Hello, wonderful people. I love you all. Today I'm going to talk about the game in which we find ourselves. Tell you all about it on the other side. So I was talking to the guys upstairs, and when I say guys, it's inclusive. It's gals as well. Guys and gals. I don't know what gender they are. I don't even know if they have gender. Maybe they're neutral. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe bi-curious. Who knows? I don't care. Anyway, the guys upstairs. I said to them, it's really difficult to know what's going to happen from one day to the next at the moment because there's so much going on. And they said, well, it's difficult for us to know as well. We don't know from one day to the next what's going to happen. And that struck me as a bit unusual. I was thinking, well, surely you should have a good idea. But they said, this is not our game. This is your game. This is the game for all of you. And so we are purely observers of the game. We're not in the game. And so that's why we never know what's going to happen, because it's not our game. It's your game. And you watch a football match, you don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next day. It's quite exciting. But I said to them, do you ever have to grab the controls a bit? Like grab the controls and change something. And they said, no, we are not allowed, nor do we have that capacity to grab and change and manipulate reality. They said, however, what we are able to do when we're in group form, we're able to reach people and give them kind of do something to get their attention. That's what they said. And it made me think about when they contacted me, they moved my body to get my attention. But that's probably maximum. I could have dismissed that. I could have said, oh, well, that I don't know what that is, but well, anyway, just let's move on. But that's as much as they could do. I had to give them permission once they got my attention. And I'd already given them a permission beforehand, by the way. That's how they were allowed to come through. What they're saying is without permission, they can't come through. Without your permission, no way can they come through. With your permission, they can do very subtle things to get your attention. Once they have your attention, then yes, they can communicate with you, etc. But that's as much as their remit allows. And they said, sometimes on very rare occasions, the higher self is allowed to grab the controls. And I've heard lots and lots of stories. I'm sure we've all heard them where, somebody was about to do something and a voice said, don't do that, loud in the ear, and they didn't do it. My mum actually talks about one of those experiences. Do not jump. And she didn't, and then she was at the beach and a big wave came, and if she jumped, she would have been dragged out to sea. So that's when the higher self, that's the higher self. What they said was that the higher self can grab the reins, grab the controls, but only when it's written into the contract, only when we have given it express permission to do that. How do we do that? Well, we do it before we come here, or I give you express permission to stop me from doing stupid things. Yeah. But also, one other way is by going in deep hypnosis to meet the higher self. And the act of meeting the higher self and communing with the higher self, in fact, there you can give it permission to involve itself. And then it becomes much more involved in your life, which is very beautiful. But other than that, we're here on our Todd. We are here on our own. It's our job. And plus, we don't need any help, really. We don't need any help. What we get are just, it's like, the cream on the top. It's the cherry. But we don't need help. We are absolutely capable of doing everything that we need to do here. We have all of the resources. All we've got to do is tap into them. And remember that we've got them as well. So there you are. So don't feel bad if you don't know what the hell's going on, because the emissaries aren't that certain either, from day to day. They know the long-term one, but not the short term. I love you all. I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.